Welcome to a new lecture in the RICS APC Essentials course. This course is crafted in order to help people who want to get chartered from the RICS through the quantity surveying route, and it is crafted in order to take your understanding of different areas of competencies from level 1 knowing, going to level 2 doing, and ending by level 3 advising. In this lecture we're going to be discussing the health and safety, and it's a mandatory area of competence up to level 2, which is doing. We're going to be discussing level 1 knowing and level 2 doing in this lecture. The agenda for this lecture is going to be as follows. We're going to be starting with level 1 knowing, where we're going to be discussing the RICS surveying safely and expand on the 9 titles under this professional guidance note. We're going to be explaining the role of the health and safety executive within Britain and what it does in order to make sure that health and safety regulations are being applied. We're going to be also explaining the control of substances hazardous to health regulations, in addition to the reporting of incidents, diseases and dangerous occurrences regulations with the edits in 2013. We're going to be expanding further on the construction safety certification scheme and showcasing a number of them types of the personal protective equipment. We're going to be explaining the main differences between the construction design and management regulations in 2007 and 2015, in addition to expanding on the Health and Safety at Work Act back in 1974, which is quite vital to this area of competence. And last but not the least, in level 1, we're going to be expanding on a number of them, further considerations and further points that a quantity surveyor has to be aware of regarding this area of competence. And then we're going to be moving to level 2, where the main point of discussion is going to be how we can apply the knowledge from level 1 into that area of competence. And the main thing we're going to be focusing on is how we can make the best use of the instance reports so that the quantity surveyor can report and act on the different incidents and accidents that might happen in the workplace and on site. So let's start with the main pillar of this lecture, which is the RICS Surveying Safely, with the second edition in 2019. The first edition was issued in 2016, and we're going to be discussing the 9 key areas or the 9 main titles under this professional guidance note. So the first one is the responsibility of the RICS member and the corporate responsibility of the RICS regulated firm. The second title is related to how we should be acting towards the different professional groups in the realm of health and safety. Third main title is how we can assess hazards and risks in the workplace, whether it's an office or a site. The fourth title is related to how the RICS member can make sure that health and safety is being applied at the place of work. And the fifth title is quite related to the fourth title, taking into account how we can apply the occupational health and hygiene. The sixth title is quite related to what should we do when we visit any sites or premises. Title number 7 is related to the fire safety, and not forgetting to mention what happened in Grenfell in 2017, which led to lots of reports regarding to fire safety. This area of competence is going to be massively connected to construction, technology and environmental services. The 8th title is quite linked to the residential property surveying, and the last title is related to the general management and procurement of contractors. Now let's dive deeper into each and every single title and expand on each one separately. And now we're going to be starting with level 2, which is doing. And we're going to be discussing how we can apply the knowledge that we have accumulated in level 1, which is knowing. The main thing that we have to know is how can we document incidents that happen on site. And the documentation will allow us to learn by doing a number of them bits and bobs. We have to state who's filling the incident report, where did it happen, in terms of which site, or if it happened in the workplace, in the office, who did it happen to, when it happened, in addition to the details about the incident, what were the reasons for the incident to happen, what are the corrective measures that would need to be undertaken in order to prevent this incident from happening again, and what are the ramifications of the incident in terms of loss of property or injuries or, God forbid, deaths. The form can also extend to the days of incapacitation of labour. Once the form is filled in, this should be submitted to the instant reporting system of the company, and that's going to be quite vital for a wide variety of them aspects. The first aspect is to understand where the company is sat in terms of the compliance with the health and safety regulations within the country of practice, and it also helps with understanding to what extent the company is a safe place to work. The less number of incidents, the safer the place of work is. There are a number of them bits that take into account the health and safety history of the firm, and contractors could be disqualified if their health and safety record is not great. And this is all for this video, which is meant to be an extended trailer or a teaser. And if you want to have full access to the full length, the recorded videos, the notes, the presentations, and the question answer banks, do not hesitate to get enrolled on the APC Essentials course on the APC Mastery Path web portal, and you can make the best use of a coupon code which is APC35 for a 35% discount. All the best in your APC journey. Thanks a lot for watching, and catch you in the next video.